Hi, it's a Bishie, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Silent Ghost. Alright, Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you gain. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services. The Elder Seed Seer, Khan E. Senna, will deliver her address in Megketos Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Ralban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwib Bluefenschwin. That's the closest I've ever gotten to her name, so we'll be given her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanathale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Very well. Basically, it doesn't matter which one you go to. So there's something I want to do first, and that's do the adventure plate and character portrait. I've done it for everybody else, just not Silent Ghost yet. Alright, so edit plate design. It's basic, modern, stylized. Let's see, which one would be best for her? I kind of like the Limsa one for her. Yeah, let's go with the Limsa one. That seems very fitting for her. You know, profile. And if you want to see all of them, I've gone through it with tinybishie. Current class job. Yeah. Do I have any titles? Yeah, I know. Yes. Play style. Casual. Okay. Save. Okay. Privacy settings to everyone. Okay. Okay, so that's done, and now portraits. Okay. Edit. Okay. No, I don't want to wash her out. Let's do basic for now, and then, let's see. Oh, there's Limsa. I kind of like that for her. Okay. Frame. Plain. Yeah, let's do faded blacks, that's fine. And no accent. Okay. Let's back you up a bit. I kind of like that one. Let's see, can I? I like that one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Back up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And let's give you a smile. Oh, I don't like that. Why is she scrunching her eyes? No. Beam looks good. Okay, keep beam. Alright. Yeah, close. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now off to Gordania. Oh, that was funny. Where's Gordania? Gordania is expensive. I know I had the money. I know I had the money. Let's go to Limsa. I can grab some of the other quests too, because I don't think I've done quests in Limsa in a bit for her class. That was bright in my eyeballs. So I had to get something to drink. And wow, I feel like I haven't been in Limsa in a while, so I forgot where like everything is. Oh no, that's where the Arcanist Guild is. Ooh, level 25. Okay. It has been a bit. So we could do the level 25 quest, it's fine. Experience is experience. I'm just glad I have a good amount of coin now. Get some coin, get a mount, I'm good. Their tag is Mommy. Okay. Okay. Oh, some of these tags. Tinybishie. Oh. I don't get that one. That's fine. I'm not supposed to, probably. Let's see. Grimoire Fandango. Acting Guildmaster Thuberingim would have your assistance in tracking down a certain someone. Have you come to ask about Kylia's condition? Kylia's condition? The Foreseer is unchanged. She walks about as if all the joy in life has been leached from her soul. Poor thing. I believe the only one who can help her now is the same person who broke Kylia out of her shell in the first place, our absent guildmaster. And though I am leery of the coincidence, the man himself has at long last been spotted. Should you seek out his last known location, it is unlikely he will still be there, and even should you catch him, he may not dig in to speak to you. Nevertheless, this may be our only chance. Pray travel to Memiroon's trading post in Upper Lanasia, and speak with anyone who might have seen the Guildmaster. Oh, and one more thing, though. He prefers us not to use it for some inexplicable reason. Our leader's name is Kibridtia. Okay. So, let's see. Let's do this side quest real quick. You are... Who are you? Ah, you're right there. Let's... Oh, airport and then... Okay. That's a lot of running. Okay, so let's do the free company stuff. Because in doing the free company stuff, we can get a mount, and then I can do the Arcanist quest. Take me to Gridania. Yes. Saw Creek. Wow. The stuff I see when I glance in chat And I know it's... I think it's RP. But it's like... wow. Why? Just why? Okay, good. Someone advertising their stuff, sure. Okay. Covered all that, whatever that was up. I appreciate it. Good old amphitheater. We go there quite a bit. It's Gucci. He's so Gucci. Gucci games. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Here's my little spoon. Why am I seeing all the weird names tonight? Well, at least Sailor Moon's not trying to recruit me to her guild. Or beg me, oh my god. So, if you hadn't seen, when I did the Maid's Requiem, or the Maid's Rhapsody for tinybishie, there was a person dressed up like Sailor Moon that kept... She invited me twice to her guild. I rejected both of them. And then she begged me in tells. And I completely ignored her because, no. I'm trying to record. And she's like, join my guild. Plus it didn't seem like a good fit for me.
I lost my son to the calamity. The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the 12's wood.
She looks so creepy when it's so dark, and it looks like she has some heavy bags under her eyes. Like, ugh.
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood.
So,
when the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness.
so the two that were before him are brother and sister. And then this guy is like part of the Conjurers Guild.
And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
I'm still like, I love the details and all that they do on these outfits, because I mean you can see the stitching on her like robe dress. You can see like the pattern, all that. Even you can see even detailing up, you know, up on the underside of her sleeve, and then like her wrist guard, and then her little like rings and all that. It's very cool.
The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
Even the detail in her hair, like style and all the strands, it's really cool.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
I'm like taller than
Time
everybody
was a
else.
man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
The one shot that she actually has a normal looking face.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
Follow
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service.
The twins from the wagon.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Even their hair is pretty cool looking. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixo are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixo ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The 12 were grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will it take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixos will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and their insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Okay. Go to the airship. Go to Olda. And I'm gonna go check on something real quick while I go on the airship. I will laugh if I didn't even mute my mic. Actually, I hope I'm still... Oh well. That's gonna suck if I have to voice over this, but I think I'm good. It's mostly them speaking anyway.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimal herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore!
I love these two, especially Nanamo.
Hurrah! Roban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
So, I didn't state it before, but Izuna, my Twitch streaming character, is with Gridania's Grand Company, and tinybishie is with Ul'dah's Grand Company. So, Silent Ghost is going to go with Limsa Lominsa's Grand Company.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You, who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death.
I like the detailing they give with him. Not just with his hair, but with the scars on his face and on his neck, and then his armor. Especially his, like, shoulder covering that he's got.
Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand.
I didn't realize he has a tattoo on that shoulder. Well,
Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you.
sorry, I'm just enthralled by her dress, her headpiece, her hair, all that.
Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raoban?
I love their relationship. It's so cute.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I
Fancy meeting you again.
She looks so done with everything. I think I said that before. The Old Das have a long history of conflict with the Almaja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Old Dons do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flame each time he is stroked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ulda has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless. And even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It's been observed that the Almaja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. She's like, let's go. Okay. Now go to Limsa. No. Okay. So the stateroom is this way. Here to attend the remembrance service? Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
I love her.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. " 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Everybody's so tall around them. I just noticed that.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards!
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Gallian Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral! Admiral Mervyn!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Me too.
Fancy meeting you again.
As Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the Beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominson's backyard. And that is to say not of infernal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the Beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a very valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Yes. Yes. No question. This has been Philia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service had now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Get back here! Okay. So let's go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here, and then in the next episode I will pick the Grand Company I'm going to go with. So just because I know that there's more to it that's going to drag it on past an hour, and I'm trying to keep these under an hour if I can help it. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.